Hello everyone. I will be showing a few various types of leafy plants and vegetables, and this will be a few videos in a unique series as I am visiting India in my mother's place. This is Amaranthus, is a green leafy vegetable that is very common in Indian cuisine. The leaves are just plucked out. They're just, let me see, they're just plucked out, and it can be sauteed and then can be used along with various legumes to make any soups or various curries. So one of the commonly used green leafy vegetables belongs to the Amaranthus subtype of plants. There are a few varieties in this, including a red stemmed variety. So this is my mother's vegetable garden in the concrete city of Hyderabad in India. Her little organic gardening. This is eggplant, as Americans say it, called brinjal in various other parts of the world. So many different varieties in this. This is a long, slender variety. This is much more used than the regular eggplant seen in the States, because this one can be made into curries and even into pickles much better. The pickles that are just almost like a salsa and is mixed with rice. This whole little patch here has just come into bloom. So I will take this a little backwards just to give an idea. The Amaranthus that I just showed, along with the brinjal or the eggplant. If anyone is interested, let me know. I will start placing the scientific names, but I will rather go fast with the common names on these various plants here. Now this is the Coccinia grandis, or let me see, I'll call the well, I said I wouldn't state any botanical names, but since I forgot its English common name, here I am stating its botanical name. This is almost as a weed in Hawaii. Let me see if I can go close to this. This can grow a little bit bigger. It was plucked this morning to make a little bit of a fried curry, and so I only have a couple. I wish I had gotten to it a little earlier than what I am doing now, but that's the nice. Oh, I can show you here, somewhere here. I thought I saw there one of this. This is not the really large Coccinia grandis that I see on the net, but this is very similar to it. It's a vine, and and I'll try to take this backwards as to how this vine is tied up. Starting here, as this does not have much of a support, a small wire is placed from the wall there, wall over here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me go closer. So that's the wire that can be seen, this wire here, and this is taken and tied to the window here. So that's the extent of the vine. That's how it's going to grow, with this nice white flowers and so on. It's used again as a vegetable, can be cut into pieces, gently sauteed with some chilies and salt. So I'll take it further. I see many different spinaches in India, and I've used them many times in making my own curries, and this is one of them. Very rich in iron and folate, and so on. So these leaves, I still have this amaranthus leaf. I'll drop that off. Let me see. These are the nice leaves, and you can just use them in salads. Just used in salads, or again, all these leaves with a little bit of oil, vegetable oil, can be slightly sauteed and be ground into a pickle, or can be added on to various legumes to make different kind of dals. So, a small coconut over there, but this is I think this is a cucumber. It's just beginning to start its leaves. All of the annual vegetables and most of the vines are started little late after the summer is done and the monsoons begin. So one can have a better crop at these annuals and semi or biennials or tender perennials. Of course, everybody has a banana plant. I can't call it a tree because it is really not a tree. It's in fact an herb. And little seedlings of papaya that just sprout. I've seen them many places here around the house. So various green leafy vegetables. Organic gardening is the best thing we can do for ourselves, of course, as many of us know, and if we have the space. So the soil here is very rich. It's a rich red. It's not showing as red. I'll take it backwards, but it's really rich red in color. And all this is various types of spinaches that are just sowed and will be starting to yield. Most likely in a month and can be used again as stated before. Same thing over here. So these little things that I'll show you. Let me take it forward. There's a little ridges that are placed with each little different green leafy vegetables that helps contain when they sow the seeds, and also it helps contain to keep the water in there. So the water that is sprayed over here keeps it there and there is no runoff on the water. It is a windy day and it's not too hot, and I'm a little thankful for that. And along with the various bananas, which I don't have any of them in bloom right now. This is okra. The okra, as they grow, let me show you the okra here. The okra here, you see one of them. Oh, it's a small one that's just starting to grow, and once it gives out this, sorry about that, it gives out this axillary flower. This becomes, here there's one more here, this becomes the okra, and the plant goes upwards. So at each axillary node you have nice little okra growing up. Beautiful light yellow flowers, of course, and let me see, and belongs to the Malvaceae family, as is the hibiscus and so on. So they're very similar. Beautiful, beautiful. It's not showing up as deep yellow, but it's like lighter yellow. That's my henna or mehendi hand. That will last for about 10 days or so. So I have a few, I shouldn't say I have. My mother has a few growing here. I've come to India 2 days ago on a little whirlwind trip, and this is what I'm doing here. Although I'm here for my parents' 50th anniversary. It's another spinach. Now, so many spinaches I see here, and although much of it can be grown in the States, we need to just get those seeds and plant them off, and we can get a nice annual crop out of that. They take full sun, they're not too weedy, gives a little, and actually a beautiful ground cover. You can see here there's not so much of a mulch. It's not that we have sprinklers here, and so whenever the water falls, there is a weed or whatever that can grows. There are a few weeds, but it's not rampant, and they're very well controlled. This is one of the spinaches that I see. This is the Indian spinach that's available in Indian or even in Chinese markets. This has a much more thicker leaf. The leaf is thick, and it again has the same delicious green leafy taste to it. Can be eaten raw or cooked. In the States, we have many different mints, and so I won't go into detail about various mints that we see, but this is one of the crops my mother has, and mint along with coriander is used very much in Indian cuisine. So you can actually take a few of these leaves, and if you don't want too much of a mint flavor, you can add a little bit coriander to temper it down, saute it with a little vegetable oil, add some spices to it, and voila, we can have a vegetarian or a rice pulao, or as they say, pilaf. So I'll take it a little bit to the side here. Now, I am not sure if anyone is thinking what they think I'm showing, but no, I'm not. This is not the famous cannabis. This is, however, Hibiscus cannabinus, the same family. At least when I was studying biology in almost, I should say 25 years ago. This is called green sorrel, or it belongs to the same family, Malvaceae, but recently I've seen that family may have changed, and please don't quote me on that. This is a green leafy vegetable again. There are two different varieties, one with a red stem, one with a green stem. The one with the red is much more sour in taste. It's beautiful, and can be eaten again raw in salads, and it can be again sauteed and made into a pickle, and the pickle lasts for months. It's very authentic, a very traditional pickle in the Indian cuisine from where I come from, South India, called Andhra Pradesh or AP. The native language being Telugu. There's a little bit of a politics going on there, but Hyderabad is now in a place called Telangana. The state just split. I will not go into those details, but very typical leaf patterns, and just love the taste of it. And for a while when I started to grow this, I had some question mark faces, and I don't have it now, but I will plant it again when I go back. A few other different types of spinaches that just started. You can see the red soil here. I hope it is coming through the video. Once every year or two, I think my mother has a truckload of cow manure that is brought in, and they just add it to the soil, and that's about it. There is no fertilizing it, no adding any more pesticides or inorganic fertilizers. What I'm showing here is the curry leaf. Curry leaf is a ubiquitous thing in the garnishing in Indian cuisines. It can get a real happy and throw suckers, and you see all of that. It usually is taken out or de-leafed at least twice a year, and that's how the plant is kept under control. It begins to grow until it throws out these nice little inflorescences which has white flowers, after which it doesn't grow for a season or so. So even before the flowers come off, the plant is de-leaved, so it can keep on growing for more crop. So it's a very traditional, almost as rosemary or one of those leaves are in Italian cuisine. This is in Indian cuisine. So I'll take it a little bit forward here to the other side of the house, and here it is, another vine. The bitter gourd. There's so many varieties in it, of course, and this is the flower of the bitter gourds. There are so many gourds. Well, I don't know if I'm saying or pronunciating it right with my accent that I have, but it's spelled as G-O-U-R-D, gourd. And so many of them, the bottle gourd or the snake gourd or the bitter gourd, and this is the bitter one. There's one very small variety which is the whole thing is about, just about that big. That I see as a weed in Florida, but this one is not too bitter, so it can be used in curries. Usually you can chop this up into small pieces, kind of let it sit in some buttermilk or something like that if we don't want the bitter taste, and again sauteed with a little bit of onions, garlic and so on. Or to make it sweet, you can add a little bit of brown sugar, and there are so many different ways of preparing that. And need to go underneath the vine here, so that's what it is. As I take it forward, again I'll take it down to all these various spinaches, which I won't comment as they were done already. And let me take it a little forward. All this is still the bitter gourd. Again, as I stated, these are tied to the wall here, and from the wall it's tied over to the house. So all this is the little, let me see, this, I don't know if I'm going to show this, but here, let me see, this is the slight wire that's nailed onto the wall, and it goes to the window. That's a dwarf papaya, and papayas also grow as they fruit. It's a very herbaceous looking. Sorry if it stopped. I don't know what happened while I was trying to use the camera there, but this is not a large plant here. Papayas are unique. It has a male and the female plant, and hopefully we have the female plants. So nothing against anything, it's just for the fruit, I mean. There's another bigger Amaranthus plant in flower. So this will of course go into seed and reseed itself, so it's easy maintenance. The leaves are plucked out, the seeds fall onto the ground, reseed itself, and one can have fresh organic vegetables all the time. So I will stop here as far as my video on different leafy vegetables and vines that are growing, although there are a few more out there. I don't want it to get too boring. Let me get back to my little papaya here. I do have papayas in my backyard, but raccoons and the squirrels get to them before I do, and I don't regret that. They have to eat too. I'll be seeing you with the other videos. Thank you for watching.